Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa and thank you for joining me. Now Frederick County has seen a lot of good news in the past few weeks, so without further ado, let's jump right in today's top news stories. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater announced new efforts to limit data center development, focusing on transparency and protecting quality of life. A draft zoning overlay map proposes restricting data centers to about 2,500 acres, including the East Alcoa site, keeping development well under 1% of county land. The plan requires preserving 5 acres of farmland for every acre developed and keeps data centers 500 feet from homes and schools. The Planning Commission held an initial review of the proposal on July 16th, with additional state and public input to follow. The initiative aims to prevent the type of sprawl seen in Northern Virginia while supporting job growth and responsible development. Frederick County has completed the Point of Rocks Bridge project, improving public safety, environmental resilience, and community access. The two-phase effort removed a hazardous dam near the Mark Station and Potomac River, replacing it with a pedestrian bridge and trail linking Gibbons Road to Bank Street and the Point of Rocks Community Park. Phase 1 finished in 2019, restored the stream, and enhanced flood protection. Phase 2 eliminated the dam, which caused erosion and pollution, and created a safer route to the train station. The project was a joint effort by county divisions and federal partners, with partial funding from FEMA's Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities program. Frederick County unveiled a new mobile career center, a high-tech unit designed to bring workforce services directly to rural and underserved communities. County Executive Jessica Fitzwater was joined by federal and local leaders to celebrate the initiative. The vehicle includes internet-connected computer workstations, a printer, and a presentation area for community outreach. Once deployed, it will offer resume help, job search support, interview coaching, and more at events, job fairs, and public locations throughout the county. Funded through the Federal Community Project funding process and the American Rescue Plan, the center aims to eliminate barriers like transportation and internet access that hinder employment opportunities. FCG-TV recently visited Treasured Roots Farm to capture another episode of Farming Frederick. In this episode, we're taking a closer look at the beautiful lavender they grow there. Let's roll the video.
Hi, I'm Yvette Castillo, and I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick. When you travel around Frederick County, you'll find a rich patchwork of farms, raising animals, growing produce, and cultivating a variety of flowers, specialty crops, and herbs. One crop that's quietly gaining flavorful attention, lavender. Once known mainly for its use in home and bath products, lavender is now earning its place in the kitchen. Let's take a trip to Treasured Roots Farm to learn more about this aromatic herb and how to harvest it by hand. I'm here with Laura Kefauver, standing in this beautiful lavender field. Today, I'm here to help pick some lavender. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So, I see different sizes of lavender here. How long does it take to grow lavender to get to these different sizes?
Yeah, lavender takes about 3 years to fully mature. The first year is really all about root growth. So you actually want to discourage blooming in that first year. Most of the plants you see here are in their second growing season. And then by next year, you'll see them even more bigger and more filled out.
What made you choose lavender to grow on your farm? It's very interesting.
Our long-term vision was truffles. We started down the path of establishing a truffle orchard several years ago. And the problem with truffles is that they take 5-7 years or even more to mature and produce the actual fruit of the truffle. And so lavender was a great way for us to complement that journey. It's beautiful, obviously. It's drought resistant, deer resistant. So there was a lot of benefits to lavender that really were nice for our property and for the land.
So do people purchase lavender for culinary reasons?
Yes, and that's actually what's really exciting to us about this project is the culinary side of lavender. I think when most people think of lavender, they think of home products. They think of bath bombs and soaps and lotions and all of that. But English lavender really has a wonderful culinary value. It's actually considered an herb and it's part of the mint family. So it pairs really nicely with a variety of dishes, from baked goods, sweets, savory dishes, which is something that we've really been experimenting with and having fun with.
That's something different because usually when I see lavender, it's in the stores, it's packaged, and didn't really know that people are really using it for culinary purposes. You mentioned something about drought resistance. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. So lavender is surprisingly hardy. It loves full sun, which we obviously have a lot of here. And it loves really dry, well-draining soil. We brought in a custom soil mixture of sand and topsoil, planted everything back into mounds. And since we've done that, it's really been thriving. It's draining so much better.
So what happens after you cut lavender? Is there an area you take it to dry for a while, or how does that work?
Exactly. So for most of our products, we are using the dried lavender buds. So we will harvest them, and then we'll put them in a drying room, a humidity and temperature controlled drying room, so that we can maximize the preservation of the flavor and the aroma and the color. Really what we'll do is we'll monitor and we'll check it, and then we send it away to get tested for its water content.
Okay. And how do you cut lavender?
Well, today we're going to use a traditional Japanese garden sickle, which I have here.
Okay.
We also use some variety of electronic hand tools, but given we're filming, we don't want the noise of a buzzing machine. So we're going to use this today, and basically I can show you how to do it. We actually want to try to harvest at the bud stage. We want to capture the blooms when the buds are at their fullest, but the blooms have just started to open. So we want to see, you can see that the plants here have just a couple blooms just starting to open.
Right.
And that really allows us to capture the best flavor and aroma. So this is a great time to harvest our culinary lavender.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're gonna do is we're gonna use this garden sickle, and you're gonna kind of just come in, go down to the base of the stem, and just cut through.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep going through the plant, doing that a few times until we get blooms, or until we get a bundle that's about the diameter of a quarter.
Okay.
We want to keep relatively small bundles because when we take them to the drying room, we want them to dry evenly all around.
Okay.
So the bundles for this purpose are going to be pretty small. So that looks pretty good. And what I'll do is I'll take a rubber band and I'll put it in our little basket over there.
Okay.
Do you want to give it a shot?
Sure, I'll try it. Okay. So grab a little. Right, so grab a bunch. Well, let's see. Okay. Oh, all right.
enough, right?
Yep. I'll try a few more. I have to say these smell really good.
Don't they? Perks of the job.
Yes. So are there different types of lavender?
There are. What we're looking at today is English lavender. In particular, this variety is called Royal Velvet. There are a lot of different varieties of English lavender and other types of lavender, but what we're looking at is Royal Velvet. This is one of our favorites for culinary use. If you look at other parts of the field, you can see that some of the plants are a little bit taller, a little bit wispier, and they're not quite as purple as the ones you see here.
I see that.
Those are running a few weeks behind. Those are called Phenomenal, which is the hybrid lavender, and those are the kinds that are best for the aromatherapy purposes, the lotions and bath bombs and stuff. They're really known for their high oil content.
Am I doing this okay?
You're doing great.
All right.
Awesome.
Beautiful. They're so pretty.
Right, so we'll take a couple rubber bands here.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you some and a rubber
Okay.
band, and
All
you
right.
can bundle it up and we'll put it in our little basket
All
here.
right. Got it.
Perfect. All right, well that's great. I think we've got enough for now. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
How about you want to go cool off with some lavender lemonade?
That sounds great on this hot day. Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, well cheers.
Cheers.
How
Cheers.
How about you? Okay, let's do it.
Cheers.
Gonna get mine? There we go. Thanks so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming. This
All
was
right.
so much fun.
Let me taste it. Oh, this is good. This
Yeah?
is really good. What I like about it, it's not too sweet. It's not, it's light. It feels light, right? And I don't feel like I'm, drinking lavender.
Yeah.
Well, do you mind if I hang out a little longer with you?
Not
and
at all. This is
keep
great.
drinking?
No, I'm having fun.
Okay. Well, tune in to the next episode of Farming Frederick because you never know what farm we'll visit next. If you would like to know more about Treasured Roots Farm or any other hand-cut flower farm in Frederick County, visit homegrownfrederick.com.
In a few weeks, FCG-TV will be visiting Kemptown Honey to learn more about honeybees and how honey is harvested, so stay tuned for that. Now we've reached the halfway point of the show, so let's take a quick break, but we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hello everyone and welcome back to County Perspective. In a moment, we'll take a look at the county's recent Veterans Appreciation Day event. But before we move into that, let's see who our adorable adoptable is this week.
Is a calm cuddlebug what you've been searching for? Then don't miss out on Ginkgo. This handsome senior is the quintessential lab cat. Put him down and he's back again before you can move. He's quick to purr and nuzzle and is by far the best biscuit maker on the adoption floor. To learn more about Ginkgo and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
On Saturday, July 19th, the Veterans Advisory Council and the Division of Aging and Independence hosted their second annual Veterans Day Appreciation event. Community members from all around the county came to celebrate. FCG-TV was there to capture all the action. Let's check it out.
Good morning. Welcome to the Frederick County Veterans Advisory Council Veterans Appreciation Day.
I'm so honored to stand before you today to celebrate a day dedicated to expressing our immense gratitude to all the veterans who have selflessly served our nation. Your courage, dedication, and sacrifices have ensured the freedom that we all so deeply cherish.
It's both an honor and a privilege to be here with you today, to come together to recognize and celebrate the brave men and women of Frederick County who have served in our armed forces. To our veterans, thank you. Thank you for answering the call of duty, for putting on the uniform and standing up for the defense of our country.
There's tremendous work that gets done in Frederick every day in support of the protection of this country, and this community has demonstrated for generations a level of support for those who have served and do that work for us every day. And so we're extraordinarily lucky in the city of Frederick that we're able to enjoy the benefits of a really strong veteran contingency.
We have a citation for you as well, and it repeats many of the thoughts and sentiments that the county executive declared, thanking you for sponsoring this event and for the many services provided.
More importantly, as a veteran, I truly love being in the company of fellow service members. I'm not sure about you all, but there's a comfort and there's family there, and I truly appreciate it.
Aging and Independence isn't the only Frederick County division hosting public events. Let's see what's coming up over the next few weeks in our calendar of events. Now, to find out more about future events and activities, visit frederickcountymd.gov. Before we end the show, let me tell you all about some more good news. Frederick County government has recently been in the national spotlight. A few weeks ago, thousands of financial professionals from around the United States and Canada joined the annual Government Finance Officers Association for the group's 119th annual conference at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C. The conference was held from June 29th to July 2nd, and on the final day, Frederick County's Director of Treasury, Diane Fox, was one of the panelists at the conference. Diane was invited to speak about building a reputation of trust in government. She was accompanied by 4 other panelists: Martha Darling Sparks, Finance Director of Talbot County, Maryland; Howard Cartel, Director of Finance and Town Treasurer with the town of Culpeper in Virginia; Sheila Miner, Director of Finance with Henrico County, Virginia; and Ken Burke, Comptroller for Pinellas County, Florida. During the ethics presentation, panelists spoke under 3 themes: foundations of trust in government finance, building and maintaining trust, and maintaining your reputation for trustworthiness in challenging situations.
I think to me the overall message is, trust is very important. You need to have the confidence to be ethical. You need to trust your gut. If you find out that if you feel something is not ethical, you need to be confident enough to stand up and say, hey, I can't do this. It's not ethical. And I think by being an ethical person yourself and having that trust in yourself, your staff and everyone around you and your government will also rise to that occasion and be an ethical government that has the trust of their citizens.
Fox was selected to be a panelist after her peers in Maryland were asked who their most trusted finance officers are, and Fox made it to the top of the list. 2 years ago, Frederick County became the first Stroke Smart county in the nation. Frederick County government and community partners created a Stroke Smart campaign, followed by a video teaching viewers how to identify early signs of a stroke and urging them to be fast and get in care. A year after the first video was released, Frederick County government created another Stroke Smart video that was geared towards our community's growing Spanish-speaking community. In this video, the catchy acronym AHORA was created. AHORA means now. The letters stand for A for andar, which is loss of balance or coordination; H for hablar, difficulty speaking or slurred speech; O for ojos, loss of vision in one or both eyes; R for rostro, face drooping; and A, ambos brazos o piernas, weakness or numbness in arms or legs. A day after watching the AHORA video, one Frederick County woman recognized that she was showing signs of a stroke and was able to get care quickly, saving her life. Because of the impact of the AHORA video, the campaign has earned 2 national awards, an Achievement Award from the National Association of Counties and a Crown Communities Award from American City and County. To learn how you can be stroke smart, visit frederickcountymd.gov/stroke. Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media at FredCoGovMD. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everyone.